I don't know what's going on. Hey, you guys, come on in. I'm just setting up the music. What's up? Thank you for the likes. Come on in. Come on in. Thank you for the likes, y'all. Continue to like so we can get this video out there, right? Thank you, Ronisha. What's up? I hope you had a great weekend. Come on in, guys. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I had a great weekend. I did. I was able to rest. I really was able to rest and get myself together, get myself ready, get me back in the game. Because, you know, as we talk about when you start operating in your purpose, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I hope you guys can hear me because I was having issues earlier. Let me see. Let me see if I can turn. Nope. Yeah, we good. So yeah, so I nothing much. Hold on. Let me get this right here. Okay, cool. Yeah, I went to the gym earlier and I got it in. I feel good. Going to work out, you feel so good. It's one of those goods meaning like, okay, it hurts, but it feel good because you're doing it. There's nobody pushing you to do it. It's just you doing it. It's the accomplishments. Accomplishments always feel good. So listen, I've been having to rest because, you know, as we were talking about operating in our purpose, right? To operate in your purpose, it takes a lot out of you because it requires a lot of you. It requires you to do things that you don't normally do. It requires you to work in ways that you normally don't work. So it gets tough sometimes. So you have to make sure that you step back and take that break. So with me, I take my break, right? And I was able to come up with more creative ideas. God was able to talk with me a little bit more on what it is he need me to do, or want me to do, or let me see some things that I shouldn't be doing, or, you know, things that I thought I was investing in that was a good thing to invest in. It wasn't, you know. So that's why rest is so important, because clarity. So I want to talk about something that I did on my podcast. I talked about, it was called It Can All Be So Simple. And I did this on my podcast. If you go to Nine Fitness LLC, you can go on there, check out my podcast, ninefitnessllc.com, okay? My link is in the bio. And what it was talking about is let go, let be, and live. And when we learn how to operate in those three, life begins to be more simple. So how easy is life? You know, we get up and we become frustrated with the day-to-day things. Thank you for the follow. We become frustrated with the day-to-day things that we go through because it can be a headache. It can be stressful. You know, people don't make life easier. You know what I mean? On top of everything else you got to do, right? So that's why I say it can all be so simple if you apply these three things, meaning let go, let be, and live. Letting go of the things that you can't control. Letting go of those things. If you can't control it, let it go. We hear that so many times. We hear people say, just let it go, let it go. Well, if it was that simple, guess what? We'd have let it go a long time ago. We'd have been operating in our purpose a long time ago. But it's not that simple. And the reason why it's not that simple is because you really have to identify the root of what it is that you need to let go. See, a lot of times we think letting go of a situationship, relationship, friendship, what kind of ship it is, we think that should fix the problem, but we still feel this emptiness. Well, that's not the root. The root of it is, why are you accepting, or are you attracting these same type people, or the people that hurt you into your life? That's what letting go means. So you have to find out what is the root. So once you identify what the root is, then you can cut it. Matter of fact, don't cut it. Snatch it. Snatch it by the roots. Therefore, it can't grow again. It's not a thought anymore. It's not a desire. It's not something that your heart desires. Not something that you want. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the shares. You guys, come on, continue to come in, invite, follow, share. So when you snatch it from the root, I think I dropped. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I just want to make sure if I dropped or not. This freaking, I'm telling you, my internet in this studio. Give me a thumbs up if you guys are still tracking. Okay. So when you snatch it up from the root, you can't desire these things. You'll never want these things. These things are not important to you anymore. Who cares about these things? You only want what you desire. Who is going to sit and dwell and cry over things that they don't desire? Who's going to do that? No one. No one at all. I would never sit and cry myself to sleep over something that I don't desire. You don't give things that you don't desire. If you don't desire, you don't give it a second thought. You don't give it twice to look. You don't look at it again. It doesn't matter, right? So that's how you have to look at it when it say let go. Get to the root of what it is that keep allowing you to attract the things that hurt you, so you can rip it from the root and be done with it. Therefore, those things, you won't attract those things anymore. That's how you let it go. Now, let be, meaning be who you are. And you know the term when they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And you got some people that just, well, just give it a little touch up here, give it a little touch up there. No, that's not what you want to do. Just leave it alone. Because sometimes leaving it alone, like you know how men, you can see that young lady across the room, or women, you can see that man across the room, and you just like, oh, I can see myself with that person, or you want to get to know that person. And then when you get to know that person, you find out that you really wish that you'd left well enough alone, that you'd have went on about your business, because that person became a headache in your life. He became like, or she became like that one roach that you can't get rid of. You rated everything else, but that one roach you just can't get rid of because that person somehow attached themselves to you and done, somehow you just can't get rid of them. No matter what you do, you turn left, that person is there, right? Let be. Only allow things in your life, because people think, and this is where they get it twisted at. Hey, Beck. This is where they get it twisted at when they say they manifested things. So what happened is this. We all manifest things, right? Knowingly and unknowingly. We talked about that. So knowingly and unknowingly, we manifest these things, and we get these things, and we want these things in our life. We've been praying about these things. We sit around and we asking God, well, where's that, and all of a sudden, you know what the enemy does? Wrap it up in a cute little package in a bow and send it on to you, and then you like, oh, my prayers have been answered. I fast for 3 days, so this is the third day. Somehow, when you going through the spiritual awakening and understanding what manifestation is, somehow everything is stuck with 3, and they look at, well, it gotta be right, because 3 is of the divine, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So it's of the divine, so it got to be a part of what it is for me. It got to be my manifestation. Well, you're wrong. That's not what that means. See, what you'll know is your manifestation. When you know it manifested, you'll know. And the reason why you'll know is because you'll have discernment. You'll be able to feel it. You'll be not only be able to feel it, it's like you can smell it. It becomes you. It's like you can feel all of it. And that's what the discernment does. It helps you identify that this package is yours. That's what it helps you identify that. Okay, let me see. Uh-oh. I'm just checking, you guys, because I'm telling you my internet will drop while I'm in this studio, and I don't understand why. But anyway, your discernment will tell you if that's for you. Your discernment will say, hey, this is it. This is from God. This is that. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. And you'll be able to unbox it. And not only will it fall in your lap. See, when the enemy bring what you call yourself manifesting, you think that that's what it is. He done wrapped it up real good, sent it in to you. You just happen to cross paths with that person, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is what it is. See, with the enemy, the difference between a discerning and knowing that it's sent from God, and knowing that it's sent from Satan himself, right? is because it's the first thing that's going to come out that person's mouth. What is going to be the first thing? It's going to be something trying to figure you out. Versus when it's sent by God, it just immediately click. It immediately clicks. You won't find yourself doing the whole, well, is this him? Is this not him? I don't know if this is the person. I don't know. And the reason why you won't do that is because you're ready. You're healed. You have discernment, but you have those ones that's not healed. And when you're not healed, that's when the enemy come in with that package that you think is your person. Now you question it. You don't have to question anything God give you. God is not the author of confusion. He will never confuse you or have you thinking, thank you for the follow, or have you thinking that this is for you or that's for you or could this be for me or could this be for me? No. It's no confusion with it at all. Thank you for the follow. So when I say let be mean just stand still. Be who you are. Be who you are. Don't change you. Let time do what it's supposed to do, which is tick tock, tick tock. It's supposed to go. Don't try and control it. Don't try and control the people that come in and out of your life. Let be. Because when you let be, right, the people that are not supposed to be attached to me, it will reveal itself. It's only when we try and go in to try and force a revelation or try and force. That's right. Hey, Vaughn. Hey. I hope you had a great weekend. Hold on. I'm trying to mute this. I'm not sure how to. So, yes. So, when you let be, everything will do what it's supposed to do. I'm going to have to close this. I don't even understand what all this is. I'm sorry, guys. I try and monitor on my laptop. Hey, Keish. I try and monitor on my laptop so I can know when I cut out or don't cut out, but it's acting a fool with it, and I don't have time for it. But when you let be, everything just flows naturally. It's going to come to you. You don't have to do anything. As I talk about, see, when you're healed, you don't go chasing a bag. You don't go chasing the anointing. You don't go chasing the man, the woman. You don't go chasing anything. It all flows to you. So let be. Now live. Live meaning that live only in your purpose. Live and operate in your purpose. Live your life the way that you're supposed to be living your life. The true, authentic you. Be you. It's so many of us, because I've done it as well, that I was living an unauthentic life, but I didn't know I was living an unauthentic life. I was living for other people, their expectations. That's what I was living for. To be accepted when actually I didn't care if I was accepted. It was just a situation I was in. It was kind of like best to go with the flow than not go with the flow. You understand? Most time that's in the workplace, meaning that you really don't want to be friends with anybody. You're really not with this old fake hee ha ha. You really don't care if a person, when they walk by and say, hey, how you doing? You really don't care how they doing. But it's just best to get along because, in the professional settings. And that's where I found myself a lot of the times. How do you do that when you are a controlling overthinker? Well, I'm so glad that that is being said, because here's the thing with overthinking. A person that overthinks, you're giving yourself all these different scenarios, or that person's giving themselves all these different scenarios of, okay, so this person came and I got to give myself all these different scenarios of what could go wrong, what could possibly go wrong, who sent you, why you were sent, what about me, is it me, or, that is a spirit. That alone is a spirit of confusion. So how do you defeat that? Well, number one, I always tell people, I always refer people to get a therapist, a licensed therapist, or mental health. And the reason why I say that is because everything cannot be fixed. Thank you for the follow. Fixed on its own. If everything could be fixed at home, then we wouldn't need doctors. We need someone to help sort that out. You know what I mean? And a lot of it, when it goes to overthinking, is nothing you can do in this moment. In this moment, you have to go back. You have to go within, and you have to go back to figure out Why are you overthinking it? Why is that person overthinking? Why is it always extra 3 steps when it's just supposed to be 1? Why is this? When did this start? How did this start? Why do I feel this way? And a lot of it is cognitive training that you need. Cognitive therapy that you need to help you sort those things out. But one thing I know about a overthinker, if the overthinker tell you that they love you, they love you. If an overthinker tell you they want to be with you, they want to be with you. Because they done thought about it 150 million times of why they shouldn't be with you and why they shouldn't love you. And every time has come back to they love you. Every time has come back to they want to be with you. So those are things I do know for sure. But a lot of the times, everything that we go through, I'm calling you out now, everything that we go through, we have to go back. How about call out the spirit that is causing the confusion? And that's what the spirit does. It's a spirit that caused you to have the OCD. It's the spirit that has you to overthink and, look at different angles of why this shouldn't be, or why you may not be good enough, or why is it, and why, and why, and why, and why. Listen, a lot of times, let's think about it. Let's say, toddlers, they always say why, right? Thank you guys for joining. I ask that you continue to like, share, and follow, okay? Costico, come get this thing out of here. And thank you for joining, Costico. So, yeah, so let's think about it. Toddlers say why? What? Why? Let's just say when you were a child, you never got fed your why. Do you understand? No one ever answered your why. So it kept you so curious. I love this song too. And let me know if it's too loud, you guys, because I don't want to really be talking loud either over trying to talk the music. But it's right there, buddy. It needs a plug. Thank you. So what if no one ever answered your whys? What if no one ever, always kept you in the mindset of, hey, I got to figure this out? Because this is what you need to understand as a parent. When that toddler say why, you get tired of hearing why, because he done wired you to pieces now, or she done wired you to pieces. You're tired and you don't answer that why. But guess what's going on in that toddler's brain? You're causing that toddler to try and figure it out on their own. You're causing that toddler to go off in their imagination of why. And then they come up with their own solution. And oh, how dangerous is that? And then they have to test the waters to see if their theory is right. Remember, you're dealing with little scientists here, okay? They want to know, how does it work? Why does it work that way? And if you don't give them the answer, then they're going to figure it out themselves. So just think about that. Thank you so much for sharing the live. Oh, with more than 10 friends. Thank you so much, Vaughn. So my thing is, that's what you have to remember when you're communicating. Even if they're babies, you have to communicate to the level that they understand. Because if you don't, then guess what? They're going to try and figure it out. Just like you and I. We try and figure out what's going on in our life. We're trying to figure out why and breaking down all these. Why did this happen to me? Why do I feel this way? Why is this and why is that? Because no one took the time to explain that to us. Especially if you was an 80s on back baby. Some of y'all 90s babies. But stuff was starting to loosen up in the 90s a little bit. So I'll add y'all. Some of y'all. 93 on back, maybe. But the parents didn't have time to explain to us because their parents didn't have time to explain to them. So they didn't even understand. So as we talked about, life can be so simple if we use these 3 keys. And these 3 keys are: let go of the things that you cannot control. Be who you are. Meaning stay in your lane and live. Okay, Ranisha. And live. Only live in the life that's destined for you. Now, the thing is, when you live in the life that's destined for you, you got so many people that want to Oh, Lord, here we go. They want to live everybody else's life. A lot of y'all probably got them aunties, mama, cousins, friends, besties that done been through everything in life and did it better than you. They done been through your birthed your kids better than you birthed them. They live everybody else's life and business more than they live themselves. And that is nothing but the enemy. Let's talk about the enemy. Have you ever heard that term? I know y'all have. Come on now. And they say, I'm chilling like a villain. I'm chilling like a villain. Okay. I'm chilling like a villain. And we would say that, and we would say that. Nobody really knew what chilling like a villain is. Let's really look at chilling like a villain, because it all ties into what I've always said. Let the enemy do his job. Let him cook. Let him be who he is. He's important. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He don't have a hard... Try reloading or adjusting the video quality. Let me see. Lord have mercy. Anyway, I gotta keep going. I'm not sure what's going on with this internet. I really don't understand why I be messing up in my studio. But I think it's just my end. So you guys, okay, cool. Then Ranisha, I'm gonna keep rocking. So when they say chilling like a villain, because what the enemy does is the enemy love to do his job. He don't stress when he's doing his job, because his job is so easy. It's exciting. When you're doing the things that you love and your heart desires, it's easy. It's a piece of cake. You love it. It's peaceful. You just love it. It's so easy. You have no complaints. The enemy get up every morning and enjoy waking up to bother you, because it is so fun. Life is so easy. Okay, thank you, Casico. So that's where the term chilling like a villain come from. Villains don't stress over anything, because they wake up knowing that they're meant to wake up knowing that they're going to ruin your life for today. So they just chill out. They don't stress. They don't stress about, well, she might reject us today, because you won't. He might reject us today because he won't. And the reason why he won't, you know why? Because he's unhealed. That's why he could chilling like a villain. Chill like a villain. That's why he can do that, right? But what happens when you heal and you start operating in your purpose and you start living in your purpose? Then he becomes frustrated. Now you just made his job hard, because that's not part of his job. It's not part of the enemy's job. It's not part of his job to figure out the new you, because you're supposed to stay where you were supposed to stay. He done kept you in the house. He done kept you from around people. He kept you away from your family. He kept you isolated. He made you an overthinker. He made you look at the worst of everything. So therefore, you ain't going nowhere. This is perfect. He got you right where he wants you. And that is over here in the corner. So when he wake up in the morning, he do roll call. Guess what? Everybody is accounted for. Everybody's accounted for. Until you get on the live with Coach Nye. Thank you guys for joining. I ask you guys continue to share, follow. You guys continue to like the video so I can get in the algorithm. So listen. So now you decide to catch one of Coach Nye's live. You decided to listen to one of Coach Nye's videos. No, it's not. And that's when you got to know the discernment, okay? Because a lot of times we give the enemy too much credit. We give the enemy too much credit. A lot of times it be God. He may put us in isolation. So now you decide to catch one of Coach Nye's live, right? That's it. So you catch my live, and guess what happens? Things change. In the midnight hour, things change. Things change. You want to do better now. You want to be the best version of yourself. You start thinking now, like, wait a minute. All this for what? I cry myself to sleep and I cry many nights and I've been hurt so many times over this. What is this? What even is this? And then you decide to, I don't want that no more. I don't want to be in that feel anymore. I don't want to be in my feelings anymore. So I'm going to try something different. Now that's when you irritate the enemy. Because now the next morning formation, he's doing accountability and you're not in rank. Listen. Y'all got to understand something. One thing about me, I love me some Fiend. A lot of y'all don't know nothing about who Fiend is. But anyway, we'll talk about that another time. So listen. Talking like I walk and talking how I bring it. All right, love me. We come from a time where there was something totally different that a lot of folks wouldn't understand. But anyway, let's go. Let's get it right. So now you're not in rank. Now it causes the enemy to try to become frustrated because his job is simple. His job is easy. His job has been so easy all your life because he knew. because he knew that he knew your every move. He knew your every step. He knew everything that would go on. He knew exactly how you would react. He knew everything. And now all of a sudden you decide to wake up and try something different. How dare you? How dare you try and heal? And yeah, because I choose to share this platform to help others in their self-love healing journey. Therefore, he attacks me. I get attacked every day, all day. I'm so used to him coming, and it's more so of what I've done is instead of me fighting with him, because I understand that he has to do his job, I start allowing him to work side by side with me. Because here's the thing. You're going to keep coming for me anyway. So just go right here. I get him a coloring book and I get him some crayons. And there you go. I let the enemy color. I let him do whatever it is. I let him analyze my life. I let him see me at work. But see, he don't know what I'm doing because my spirit is keeping that cloak. So he watches my every move. He watches my every step. And he says, okay, well, she ain't making no noise. Well, she ain't doing nothing. Well, she ain't talking about nothing. Well, this can't be. This can't be. Well, it don't matter. She's good. I still got her tied down, y'all. I told y'all I got this. I'm the man around here. I'm the one that nobody can get over on. I know what's happening. See, she is behaving. She just wanted to be a little grown up. And I'm the one that nobody can get over on. I know what's happening. See, she is behaving. She just wanted to be a little grown up and just do it a different type of way. So now I still got her, but the whole time I'm changing lives. See, instead of me fighting with him, I go ahead and tell him, listen, you can't beat me. It couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. You can't beat me. It's nothing that you can do that can come up against me because I know whose I am and who I am, and I understand what my purpose is. But I understand your job better than you know your job. See, you don't know my job because of the fact you cannot beat my higher up. There is a chain of command that I have, and then therefore you cannot approach him. You can't approach him unless he call you. See, that's the thing, the difference between you and I. See, I have a connection with him. He has already called me, so I can pick up the phone and say, God, they down here picking with me. They bothering me. I don't know why they bothering me. And then zap, zap, boom, you're gone. See, that's the difference between you and I. So while you're sitting here waiting in the lobby, waiting to be buzzed up into the lobby, waiting to come in the lobby to have a conversation with my God, you can't. You're stuck. And you know why you're stuck? Because you have not been called. It's so many other people that's ahead of you that's waiting to be called. They're the ones that we call the pick me, pick me, pick me. Well, you can't be picked because you choose to operate and get out of alignment. Every time he puts you on a path, you say, I don't want to do it. And you jump your tail out of alignment, and then you expect him to give you the things that your heart desires. Well, guess what? You won't get them. Why would he bless you with the things that your heart desire if you can't even stand the alignment that he told you to stand in? He created a whole lane from you. He opened up the pathway for you. He did everything that he was supposed to do to make sure that you're successful. You chose not to study for that test. And because you did not study for that test, guess what happened? Boom, you failed. And now you're like, well, I want this person they got. Now you're trying to swap destiny. So let's talk about swapping destiny. A lot of people think it's like the old conjuring up a whole new spirit. Gazam, boom. Your life is mine and my life is no longer, because now you're going to live in my life. That's not what destiny swapping is. What destiny swapping is for me, if I want your life, what I'm going to do is cast an illusion, because that's what the enemy does. He casts an illusion over you, over your eyes, and make you feel like that you're not that chick, or you not that dude, that you don't know how to cook, when you're the whole time you've been cooking for years. But he take that from you, give you the illusion that you're not good enough, or it couldn't be you, or you're less than, and then therefore they start operating in the path that you're supposed to be on. So they move you off the path, going down the yellow brick road. They done put you on the green road. Now they headed down the yellow brick road, and they going. But here's the problem. At the end of the stop, they got to meet the witches. And what the witches is, they can't get past the witches because they do not have the tools that God gave you to beat the witches to get to the other side of the brick road. But see, they're stuck on the other side of that brick road, fighting with these different witches, with these different Satanists, these different spirits that they can't get past because they're not you. You cannot operate as me. You cannot destiny swap with me, cause me to think that I'm not the one, and then you think that you're going to go on my path and you're going to be successful. It's impossible. Impossible. It's impossible for you to ever think. How dare you think that you will get past and beat the next level to get to the next level to be the successful king or queen? Well, you can't, because that's my job. I got the tools. I got that. I got the work. I got it all. I can cook. You don't know how to cook. I ain't gave you the recipe. So now, and once I wake up and realize, because it happened to me, true story, I woke up, realized that I am the chosen one. I am the one with the key. And once I got back on the brick road, guess what? Everything just started falling away. I didn't have to beat no witches. I didn't even have to talk to no witches, because they already knew. They seen the spirit in me, and they was like, oh Lord, here come Coach and I. Let me move out the way. See, stuff started being laid out to me. And when I say I don't chase a bag, the bag started chasing me. Like, hold on, Coach, now you got this duffel bag full of money. I'm just sitting here waiting for you to pick me up. Oh, my bag, then come on with me. Then all of a sudden, the abundance was waiting on me, saying, hold on, Coach, now, where you going? I'm sitting here waiting on you. I'm the blessings that's been held up for these 10 years that you decided to allow somebody to swap destinies with you. So now here I am, and I'm like, oh yeah, hold on, my bag, come on, abundance. Now I'm abundant, and everybody looking at me like I'm crazy. Everybody looking at me like, how's you still alive? We left you for dead way back there. How's you still alive? Who are you? Who sent you? Well, I'm Coach Nye. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Coach. That's all I got to say. I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to come up with the best line. I don't have to come up with the best look, because beauty is on me. It's in me. It's who I am. Everything about me that stands strong. This is who I am. I don't know who you are, but I know who I am, because I know how to live. And live meaning, when I say living in your purpose and doing your thing. I'm who I am because I know how to live. And live meaning, when I say living in your purpose and doing your thing. I'm who I am, doing what I'm supposed to do, whether you like it or not. Don't come for me because you still in the lobby. You still back there in the lobby waiting on God to ring you up, because you wasn't chosen. Your fault, not mine. So you problem, not a me problem. And that's how you have to live your life, understanding who you are. So when these people say, oh, they destiny swapping, this is why I be wanting to shake it into them, letting them understand, yes, spirituality is real. Yes, it's a whole thing of religion out there. Yes, it's real. But if you don't even understand what spirituality is, then who are you? Well, what are you talking about? Stop coming to me talking about, oh, if I go outside one more time and somebody tell me I'm their twin, bruh, do you know what a twin is? I have been everybody's twin for the past year. Ever since the song came out, I've been somebody's twin. You don't even know what a twin is. And oh, how silly you are that you would decide to pick me as your twin, and I could be your worst nightmare because I'm not your match. Ooh. This is my song. I could be your worst nightmare, and you don't even know it. You just so thirsty to have a twin. Bro, I don't want to be your twin. I don't want nobody to be my twin. I don't want nobody that's exactly like me. Is you crazy? No. I don't want that. What I want is a divine counterpart. I want the one that God made for me, not someone that's supposed to be just like me. If we just alike, then we need to be out here pushing this weight, meaning pushing these prayers, meaning pushing folks into their purpose, meaning doing the things that we got to do. Because if you like-minded like me, then guess what? It's like I got two. Now it's two of us. Now you can go over there and do the work, and I can go over here and do the work, and we can multiply, and I can get this stuff done. I don't want to be a twin. I'm my own twin. I'm my own twin. I balance my masculine and my feminine energy, and I balanced it out so I could be the best version of me. So when I get on here, that I can give you the best version of me. That is my goal, to always give the best version of me to any and whoever is listening. Because me giving you the best of me, then therefore you'll want to know who my source is, and then you can go find the source. He already said, every knee shall bow. Before this is all over with, everyone will know his name. And let me tell you something, all the ones that's sitting around and you going through this awakening that everybody keep talking, everybody want to be a part of something so bad. Everybody want to be a part of something and say, look at me. I did. Look who I am. Look what I'm doing. I got a tattoo on my forehead. That means I'm the highest priest of the priests. Shut up. You sound crazy. What I need you to understand is, understand what is your purpose. You can be whatever it is. All these titles mean nothing. At the end of the day, the titles mean nothing. Do you even understand what the title means? Now, there's some stuff out there that y'all don't want to touch. I don't want to touch. But at the end of the day, it's out there. But who said it's for you? Who said you just woke up and said, hey, I'm part of this crew. I'm part of this tribe. And you was not called everything you have to be called for, whoever it is, even if it's the man Satan himself, you're going to be called. Do you understand? So if you just get up and just start operating just because you feel this is what you want to do, then that's on you. That goes to show how smart you are. You need to get yourself educated. So let's talk about this awakening. Let's awaken. And let's start operating in our purpose. You cannot tell me you are awoken, awoke, awakened, whichever way you want to call it. You cannot tell me that you're standing in your purpose. You cannot tell me that you're a spiritualist if you're running around here still doing the same dumb things that you were doing before you awoke. You can't tell me that you're being the spiritualist that you're supposed to be and you're not operating in your purpose. But another story, move along, carry on. At the end of the day, do what you're supposed to do. If you're supposed to be standing in your power, stand in your power. Whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. If your purpose is supposed to be rolling bundles, I don't know, then that's your purpose. Just stand it and do it. Don't do what Coach Nye doing, because this is my purpose. Do what your purpose is. And if your purpose is to do what Coach Nye doing, then I hope that I'm being a great influence for you. And I hope that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing to make sure that you are successful in the things that you need to be doing. But I can't be out here playing games. I can't be over here doing this one thing. I had to cut away from it, and it was hard. It was hard because I operate out of flesh as well. I'm human. So it's things that I had to walk away from. But it took some time. I did not just drastically say, I ain't doing that no more. I'm done with this. No. I took my time. I enjoy adult things. Okay? So I had to, at the time, look at it like, okay, it's time for me to cut away from this. And I had to cut people out of my life. I had to change my phone number. I had to do the things that was necessary to make sure that I had to stay in alignment with the things that I needed to do, because I have a higher purpose for this. It's so much more that I'm supposed to be doing. And I cannot do it if I'm still playing around with the low vibration. I'm in higher vibrations right now. I cannot step away from that and get into low vibration and talk about, hey, I'm sitting here and I want you guys to do the right thing. I want you guys to learn how to love yourself. But then I'm dibbling in low vibration. So I'm showing you that, hey, I don't love myself, but I want you to love yourself. I'm not that pastor that sit around and say, do as I say, not as I do. Man, shut up. You should be just doing you. You don't have to tell nobody, hey, don't do as I do as I say. That means that you know that you're doing wrong. That you know. See, I'm not going to tell you that, because my whole thing is, I'm accountable for me. And I'm going to do what I need to do. And it's going to take time to change. And in order for things to effectively change, you cannot force an all the way, all out, shut down, cut off. Well, you can. You can. You can. But then you deal with the, oh, this is so hard. You deal with the, well, I don't know. And then a lot of people backtrack and go back to what they used to do, which is the low vibrational things. Me, I was serious. I had a phone number for almost 20 years. Before my son was born, and he's 17. Same phone number. Same phone number. Change it. And I gave it to the people that I want to have it. And the people that I want to have it is those are the people that I want to have access to me. If you don't have my new number, that means that I do not want you to have access to me, because what I realized is that too many people had access to me. You got to get to the point when you, hey, little sus, you got to get to the point when you start operating on high vibration, access has to be denied. You have to deny access. And it doesn't mean that that person is bad. It doesn't mean that those people are bad. It doesn't mean any of those things. What it means is access is denied. How can you be that successful in life? How can you be successful in life and you're sitting around entertaining things that no longer serve you? I can't. Listen, I stopped going out a long time ago. And the reason was, I think I was in my 20s. And let me see. Yeah, I was in my early 20s. I stopped going out. And the reason why I stopped going out is because it stopped being fun to me. And the reason why it stopped being fun to me, one, I had started going out way before it was, it was age appropriate for me to go out. I was sneaking in clubs, doing my own thing. Another story, different story. But now I was being called. I've always been called. I always had a gift. I always operated, but it was just times that God will come in seasons of my life and just thrust me into my purpose. Like, hey, he would enlighten my purpose to me and he would make my eyes plain to me so I can see. And now I'm in the club and I don't see no dancing. I don't see no fun. And listen, and at one time I wasn't all the way sober. I'm having a good time, right? And then I seen something. And I brushed it off like, you know what, I was drinking. Then I went again because I decided to be the DD. Now I'm in my early 20s. I got married when I was 26. But I'm in my early 20s and I go out. And I'm sober. And I see the same thing. See, I didn't see what everybody saw. I didn't see the dancing. I didn't see the laughing. I didn't see the joking. I didn't see all those things. What I seen was gyrating. And I told the story once before. What I seen is the spirits in people. What I seen is the actual skin crawling. What I seen and what everybody else seen was totally different. It was like I was in this tunnel, like I was in this place, but it's like, you know how it gets bigger and blurrier and longer. Like I was isolated from all of this, but I'm able to look in and see that this ain't right. So that's what stopped me from going out a long time ago. I stopped it a long time ago. It just wasn't for me. And then he took me out of my purpose, not took it away from me, but took me out of it because he was only allowing me to see things in certain, it's like increments of my life, seasons of my life. He was preparing me for this moment, but he had to show me some things, and that's what he showed me. So I stopped going out a long time ago. I did. So that's why I say I can't go out, right? And hang out and do all this party and this, that, and the third. And then talk about that I'm still high vibrational. No. Now, I have went out and hung out with some friends. But what did Denzel say? He leaves the party when the devil shows up. And that was me. And that is still me. At a certain time, I have to go. Now, I'll go. You invite me out somewhere, I'm going to come. But when I notice and when I see that it's about to get real stupid, And it doesn't have to be a reaction for me to realize it's about to get real stupid. It's the spirit that's in me that's like, hey, let's go. And I listen to it and I get up out of there. And that's that. So, anyway, that's that. That's how I feel about that. So, as I said, life can be so simple, right? Is understanding when to let go, let be, and live by living in your purpose and doing the things that you're supposed to be. Stay out of folks' business. I think that's the main thing that people need to learn is mind your business. Mind your business. It's so many y'all love to be in somebody's business. Listen, I scroll through TikTok, in my downtime when I ain't got nothing going on. And and the more and more I scroll through it, it gets stupider and stupider because my thing is this: how are you making a video? And they're making a video of someone else's video to gossip about somebody. Okay, so the main person video, somebody decided to talk about that, and then another person picked up that video of that person talking about that person, and for them to sit around and talk about this because they want some money. And if I keep seeing everybody doing the same thing, you got this person use this sound and everybody doing the hip hop TikTok dance or whatever it is. I sound like an old woman, hip hop TikTok dance, but everybody wants to get on the trend of something because this person had 1 million followers or this person video went viral. So I'ma do it. And then this person did it, but I'ma do it. But mine is not doing so well. And then you got them using the voice sound. Or they said if you keep posting, then you'll get somewhere or have the voice thing go or whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, what people not understanding is what worked for that person was for that person. See, that was for them. That was their come up. So that was their lick. They went and recorded a video of somebody else and they made all the followers because it's something in them. They have the tool to make that happen. See, you don't have the tool because that's not your path. Your path's supposed to be doing something totally different, but you over here on TikTok trying to do what the next person doing when you're much greater than that. See, you're so much greater than that. It's people whose spirit is so much bigger than what it is, and they limit themselves to being a fool, looking like a fool and acting like a fool on TikTok just to get a like, or social media to get a like. And here's the thing, I just don't believe in wasting my time. So therefore, if I have to do something that's going to waste my time, it somehow pisses me off when my time is wasted. And how can you piss yourself off, right? By doing things that you know that you shouldn't be doing. So when I get on here, for me, yes, it is some stuff that's on here funny. I think my culture, my people is funny as heck. They is funny. Them jokers is funny. They do some of the craziest things and I get a good laugh. Yes, I do. However, I'm not about to get on here and do that same thing. It is laugh. Yes, I do. However, I'm not about to get on here and do that same thing. It is so many videos that me and my kids, I'm telling you, we can benefit from because me and my kids, we're pretty funny. My kids is funny. Our household is funny. But that's not my purpose. And if I step out of alignment with my purpose, then I won't get the things that my heart desire, and I will not be bringing glory to God. Now, if my son decided, hey, Mom, I want to do a TikTok, that's his TikTok, and he include me in it, okay, well, fine, kid. But it's only so far that I'm going to go with this. And the reason why it's only so far I'm going to go with it is because my time is being wasted. I want to come on here and teach you how to love yourself, how to heal, how to become the best version of yourself, how to become a higher you, how to understand the difference of the spirituality and the religion, how to understand who you are, and how to stand in your purpose and your power. That's what I want to do. I don't have time to sit around and make you laugh. You're going to get that anyway. That's my personality. Well, Renisha, everybody has different explanations of it, but I'm going to tell you right now, religion is man-made. Okay? Spirituality It's just what it is. There's just spirit. Spirituality, I believe there's God. I believe in Jesus Christ. These are spiritual beings. I believe in the Holy Spirit. These are the things that Coach Nye, this is me. But all this, well, if you can't put on whatever the religion is, whatever they make up, that you can't do this and you can't do that and you can't, man, shut up. Because this is what got everybody so confused. Because if you really want to look at it, who wrote King James, then do your research. And then you'll understand why I'm not too tied into wanting to be in the whole religion thing. Then we could talk, we'll have a conversation in. But that's a whole nother conversation. And then you look at some of the words that are spoken in the writings that he wrote when it talks about your master. So that's why I'm not into the whole religion thing. But that's another story. My whole goal here is not to talk about those type of things and get caught up in them. My thing is to get the message out, and that is to teach self-love. And if y'all have not got y'all book, it is called Trinity Walk to Self-Love. Coach Nye. This is the paperback book. Hey, Prince. So you guys, it's on Amazon, it's on Walmart, Barnes & Nobles, different stores, so you guys can get it on there. But yes, so if I can't do my job, me standing in my purpose, and I'm coming out here to act a fool with you guys, I'm coming out here to, thank you so much for the follow. I ask that you guys continue to share, follow, like, okay? Please share, follow, and like. But if I got to come on here and just act a fool just to get some attention, a lot of people pick up the live and the social medias because they don't have friends. The social distancing that happened in our lives caused us to reach out to people that we don't know. I have more supporters on the social media platforms than I have in real life. See, I have more people that I can influence on the social media than I have in real life, because the ones that I have in real life, they know everything. They got a bachelor's in everything. They got the degree in everything. They know everything. Matter of fact, they know how to birth my kids better than I birthed my kids. But what I've learned is I don't waste my time speaking, and I don't waste my time entertaining their chaos. Guess what? If you don't like me, then that's cool. Then guess what? You don't like me, but yet you keep coming around me just like I do with the enemy. Give them a coloring book and some crayons. That's it. I'm not going to argue or force you to be a part of my life or a part of my mission. God is going to send the people that I need. But I tell you what, and I'm going to use you, Prince, J-Lo. I'm going to use you as an example. I tell you what, if you are part of my soul tribe, my connection, and you still out here running around doing the TikTok trend, running in place, doing the Running Man and the new trend, and you supposed to be helping me elevate other people, then I'm going to go ahead and snatch you up and say, come on, bro, what you got going on? What's the problem? You holding me up. You holding me up from getting my riches and my millions, vice versa. You out here doing what you're supposed to be doing, and I'm holding up your generational wealth. And the reason why I'm holding up your generational wealth is because I'm out here doing the trend, man. So, no. We have to make sure that we're doing the things that we're supposed to be doing. Yes, that's right, Mr. Motion. We got to do the things that we know need to be done. It's a time and a place for everything. You can have fun. You can have jokes. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. But for me, I don't have time to play games. I'm over here building my production. My production, and Not Fitness LLC production. I want to have my live guests. I want to have guests to come here and we speak about what is love. How can we raise the vibration or teach people that don't understand what love is? Because as you know, it's so many people in this world that don't even know what love feel like, real love feel like. Because their parents couldn't give it to them because they didn't have it in them. Do you know it's so many people out here that's over giving and giving to people being a people's pleaser, and not understanding it's taken away from them. It's only they doing that because they don't have any self-love. Because they read somewhere in the Bible that it says to give, always give. When the Bible clearly says, pour into me into my cup overfloweth. And guess what you're supposed to get? The overflow. You don't get all of everything that's in my cup. You get the overflow. So when a person come to you and trauma dump on you, when a person come to you and want something from you all the time because you constantly give and you constantly give and you want to treat people right because of the fact you treating people how you want to be treated. You treating people how you wish somebody would have treated you. So you give. Now your cup is empty. Theirs is full. And matter of fact, they're so full that it's overflowing, that it runneth over. And they're able to pour into themselves. And guess what they pour into? So that girl that you poured into, that man that you poured all of you into, and you have nothing left, now that their cup is full, and now their cup is overrunneth, guess who they about to pour the overrunneth to? To that chick that they've been playing you for. That man that they've been playing you for. That's who's going to get that overflow. Let me fix my puzzle. Let me get my puzzle together. Now they get the overflow. Now you done gave this man or this woman everything that I gave you. You gave them everything that I gave you. That's why you see stuff on TV when it talks about snapped. When on Waiting to Exhale, when she went out there smoking that cigarette, tossed that cigarette in there, threw his clothes away, did all these different things because she gave everything to him. Now she mad as hell because he done poured into somebody else. And she empty. He's empty. How? How are you empty if you the source? You got a direct connection to God. Direct connection to God. And you empty? That don't make no sense at all, do it? How you empty, bruh? Does it make sense? It don't make no sense at all. And the new chick or the new girl or the new dude, they feeling good. They feeling real good. They out there telling them, my man about me this. Your man ain't have a pot to piss in. Oh, my chick bad. My chick good. My chick. Yeah. Okay. But see, the problem is because you have a direct connection to God, you're going to get your cup filled again. But buddy and old girl, they can't get their cup filled. And the reason why they can't get their cup filled because they're not connected. They're not in alignment. They're not spiritually connected. So therefore, that means they'll be back. And when they come back, what you gonna do, bruh? What you gonna do, sis? Now listen, where my red clown nose at? Where's my red clown nose at? Do I got to pass this red clown nose through the phone because what y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do? Pull back into him? Yes, because that's my man. I love him. You better not. No. And you're not going to mistreat him or her either. They're going to come back because it's divine alignment. They have to come back because everybody that do you wrong have to come back. Even if it's just coming back through somebody else or just watching a video, watching you win. They have to come back. Yes. And standing on business does not mean when they come back, you sitting there ready to pop off or going off, cuss them out, or giving them attitude, or looking crazy, or like, oh yeah, can't wait to give them that gut punch because you've been practicing in the mirror all this time since they left. You've been practicing in the mirror, how you going to say it, how you going to cuss them out. Matter of fact, it ain't no mirror. You're just driving down the street. You don't really care. It don't matter if you're in the middle of cooking. Your kids walk in on you while you talking trash to that person, but they ain't really there. You just talk to yourself. All 27 of your personalities are showed up and said, yeah, and then we're going to tell them like this. See, this is the thing. When you stand on business, no. You have to continue to be who you are. And this is sometimes it hurt, but once you heal, it don't hurt as bad. But the thought of it sometimes just hurt. But it don't hurt that bad. Really, it don't. When you heal, when that person come back, you're able to have a conversation just like this. What's up? That's what's up. Cool. Right. Yeah. Because guess what? They're going to tell you what they've been through. They're going to tell you what they've been through, but it seemed like they forgot that they just did you the same way. Everything that they going through, you just went through, but they don't see that because it ain't about you. It's about them. Now what you going to do? Sit there like, hit them with the Nicki Minaj, start beatboxing. You damn me the same way. And give them your tears. No, I'm going to tell you. Coach Nye is going to tell you what you're going to do is you're not going to do any of that. Matter of fact, you can do two things. You don't have to have a conversation. You can tell them, hey, good seeing you, and I got somewhere to go. You can do that. That's okay. Or you can be petty and entertain their chaos because it's going to make you feel good inside, but be careful about that gloating. But it's okay because somewhere in there, eventually you're going to get an apology. It may not be like, look, I'm sorry for doing you that way. It's like, man, it'll be a, dang, I thought about you here and there. I should have handled business a little bit different. Oh, weirdo. Listen, it's all good though. At the end of the day, you're healed. That's what needs to be proven between you and God. It has nothing to do with them. It's to make you understand that what used to hurt me don't hurt me no more. I'm okay. And I'm okay. Not looking at them like, ugh, how did I ever? With the just hilarious. Ooh, yeah, no. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that at all. We're just going to bow gracefully. And it's okay. Because you're allowing that person to be who they are. And that's okay. They have to go through it. But now your cup is running over now. Are you going to give them the overflow? Because they was the same ones that you gave them an inch, they took a mile. Or are you going to stand on business and allow them to say what they need to say, but it's not your job to pour into them because of the fact your job was to be continue to be who you are so God's glory can be shown through you so that person can see where they messed up at, and then now that they can go to God. Now, if they really want you, then they're going to become that man that they're supposed to be. They're going to go to God like, look, God, look, I don't really know how this works. Because you've been giving me chance after chance for all my life and you still there. So I don't understand what this is. Because my own mama, she stopped loving me after I took the last from her. So I don't know how this works. Is this an unlimited blessing that you keep giving me? Or unlimited, because they don't understand what unconditional love is. But, they're going to learn. They're going to say, okay, God, because this is the person that want to be with you. This is the girl that wants to be with you. Because now they realize who you are. They're going to go to God and they're going to talk to him. And not only are they going to talk to him, they're going to put in the work to change. Now it's up to you. What do you want? Because you're not going to pour into them anymore. Your job is to show them who you are, how powerful you are without saying a word. You don't argue. You're not fighting. That's stupid. We're not doing that in this season. You are not arguing with a man or arguing with a woman. Let me explain something to you women. If you fix your tongue to get out here and cuss out a man or yell at a man because you mad, and then he commenced to snatch you up, and somehow you pulling your head from between the washer and the dryer because you done forgot that you done challenged this man like you was a man, then that's a you problem, okay? So what I need you to understand is that you are not a man, and it's not okay for no man to put their hands on women at all. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. But I don't believe in any woman going up challenging a man, because what happens is sometimes that man may forget that you're not a man, because women, y'all got some slick mouths. Because I had one too. I'm talking about y'all say some stuff that, man, how's y'all still here? Like how? Who raised you? You must have been raised by wolves or raised by Krishan family, because all them some beasts. You got to be some kin to them. You got to. If you talking to a man like you could take down the whole family. Because that was me at one point. Yep. I can take a punch. Let's go. Because that's who I thought I was. Until I realized God, you spared me from a whole lot of knockouts. You let me walk away with technicals. Like, hey, technical wins. Because I'm supposed to be knocked out a long time ago. Whew. When I think about all the stuff up, whew. I want nothing but 110 pounds. Come on now. That's why those men spared me, because I had a habit of checking a man like I was a man. But anyway, let's get back on topic. So the thing is, you guys, women, learn your place. Allow that person to go find God like you had to find God. Allow those people that hurt you and took from you and took all your energy, men and women, allow them to go through their dark night of the soul to find themselves. And if it's meant to be, you guys will be back together. But in this season, you cannot come to me unhealed. And what I mean unhealed, I need to know. I need God, and I ain't listening for nobody. I don't want to hear your resume. I don't want to see your counseling statement. I don't want to see that your therapist, the receipt for the therapist. I don't want to see any of that. I want to hear from God himself. I want God to say, daughter, the boy has been healed. I am sending him to you. That's what I want to hear. And if that ain't it, then do not talk to me. Please do not talk to me. Carry on. Carry on. Carry on. Please keep moving. You and I cannot be friends. I'm not being your friend because you're stupid. But seriously, you guys, when your cup overfloweth, and when God refill back up your cup and it overfloweth, what are you going to do? Are you going to be foolish enough to give anybody anything out of your cup? And remember, your cup is not what you're supposed to give them with. In the cup, you're supposed to allow people to get the overflow. So when it levels back out, that means that it is cutoff time. That means that, hey, I don't have anything for you. Okay. Hey, I don't reach my energy limit, as I talk about in my book. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for the shares, likes, and the follows. Thank y'all so much. But I don't have any of these things for y'all. I don't have this for you. I don't have that for you. You know what I mean? I need you to understand when to cut off, when to disconnect, because everybody does not get to take everything from you. And everyone does not deserve your overflow. I had a bad habit of, let me see. If they were homeless, if they were sickly looking or whatever, it doesn't matter. If they were in the need, I had a bad habit of, who take all my money? I ain't gonna be able to buy groceries for me and my kids, but you gonna be able to eat. How dare you? If my kids was old enough to understand that, they'd be like, really? So we ain't get no snacks? Really? You know what I mean? But that was because I was a loving person. I show unconditional love regardless. I'm very empathic. That is just a gift that I have, but I had no boundaries. And that was the thing that I had to learn. And that's part of self-love. Thank you so much for following. But that's part of the self-love. When you learn to love yourself, you begin to set boundaries, because yes, God is using you in this season. In this season, we're being used to stand in our purpose, and standing in our purpose allows us to do the things that God needs us to do. And in order to do the things that God needs us to do, we have to go out to people. God will send people, well, not go out to people, because God's going to send the people to us, right? And we have to know how to cater to them, or cater to their needs, or whatever it is that needs to be done, without us allowing our cups to be empty. As I talk about that overflow, who do you give that overflow to? That's the discerning spirit that God will give you. Have you ever been just sitting around and all of a sudden God said, get up and go get some milk, and you sitting there arguing, talking about, God, it's 3:00 in the morning. We don't need no milk. Yes, you need some milk. God, I don't need no milk. My kids, well, guess what? They just going to be hungry because I'll get up in the morning and get some milk because it's 3:00 in the morning. Who gets up at 3:00 in the morning? Now, you going back and forth with God. You're going back and forth with the person that made you, created you, and understand everything that's going on in the world, because there's somebody out there that needs you. You're needed. You're important right now. And you choose to lay in bed because you just like, ain't nobody in the world up right now needing some milk at 3:00 in the morning. And yes, it is. So when you get to that store and it's time for you to buy that milk, but what happened is it ain't got nothing to do with the milk right now at this moment. It has nothing to do with the milk. You like, what is that? What is this? What is this? But yet somebody said something and you overheard something, right? As you going in. And then when you come back out, you get in your car and now you go back to sleep because you mad. But guess what happens? Guess what happens happens at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. Your sister or somebody call and say, my baby ain't got no milk. Or the kids next door, you see them getting ready for school and they need to eat and they ain't got no milk. See, that was your job. You did your job. You did what you were supposed to do, and you went and got the milk because there's somebody that needs it. See, when we operate, it has nothing to do with us. Our testimonies has nothing to do with us. Nothing that we go through in life. Hey, twin little sister. Nothing that we go through in life has anything to do with us. Everything has something to do with the testimony of someone else. Your testimony has something to do with someone else. Everything. So therefore, whatever I go through, I'm going to meet the person that I need to give this testimony to because they're going through something. And see, this person may not be as strong as you. See, you go through stuff and you go through like a G. I go through stuff like a G. I don't complain. Nobody know I go through it. I hide it. I do what I need to do and handle my business. But the person, the testimony and the things that I went through, and I'm like, God, why am I going through this? Because I don't bother nobody. But at the same time, the reason for that is because he's sending somebody to me that's going through the same thing. But the problem is they're not going to bounce back like I bounce back. They're going to bounce off the cliff. They're going to take themselves out. They're going to end up in jail. It's going to be different outcomes for them. And that's why it's so important for me to go through it, because he knew that I would come through tough. And when I come out on the other side and when he make me cross paths with that person, then I'll be able to tell my story, and then they can see like, oh, okay, cool. It is another way out. See, I didn't see no other way out, but since you said it that way, then I seen another way out. See, that's why what you go through in life has nothing to do with you. And sometimes it's really hard. It's like, God, why do I got to go through this? You know, everybody else got this life and everybody else got this life, and this person got this money. And this person got this money, and why I got to work so hard to get my money, and why I got to do this, Lord God, why do I got to do that? Well, see, such and such got all this money, but he's going to lose it tomorrow. And such got this money, whatever, but it's not going to multiply. Everything that I'm sending you through, because you're the one that's going to bring the generational wealth back into the bloodline, you have to go through it because I'm teaching you how to keep the money, to make it multiply, not to divide, not to subtract, but to multiply. See, God don't give us things. He don't add he does not subtract things from your life. He adds things. And how do we add things to your life? He adds things to your life by multiplying things. He don't have you take and divide the things that you have. No, he gives you your portion, and he gives that other person their portion. Therefore, nothing that he gives you, you got to take it out of what he gave you to give to somebody else. He's going to give you, and that's what the overflow is. See, the overflow is the divide, that if you want to give to someone, that you can give the overflow. But he's not going to make you give everything that he's given you that filled your cup up to somebody else. No, that's what the overflow is for. The overflow is to help others, because you are rich in everything that you have. Your abundance is your abundance. Your blessing is your blessing. But the overflow is for his people. So the things that I went through and the things that I talked to you guys about, I had to live these things. And these are the things that I had to go through, and the different things to get me through the different challenges that I had. These are the words that had to be spoken to me. I had to speak within myself. These are the things that in the midnight hour, when I had to wake up in the midnight hour, when I had to write these things down, when I was writing this book, when I had to do all these different things, when I had to get all this stuff done. These are the things that I had to go through. These are the words that were spoken. And guess what? Now that my cup is full, because I understand now. I understand the importance. I understand who I am, whose I am, and my purpose. Now it's the overflow. Now it's for me to teach you. Yes, that's what the overflow is. So therefore, when I leave up out of this life, I'm not leaving out of the life feeling empty. I'm leaving out of the life feeling the same way that I came in, and that's full. Now someone else is going to leave out of here feeling real full now, because the overflow has hit, and it hit real different this time. This time the overflow filled their cup. So that's how you have to look at life when you're dealing with certain things. It has nothing to do with you. Yeah, I know it hurt. And it's times I was sitting, I'm like, God, and I would be in tears, and I'm crying like, God, I don't bother anybody. Why is this happening to me? I don't mistreat nobody. Why is this happening to me? I do everything that you tell me to do. I follow the rules. I follow the regulations. I follow the policies. I treat people kindly. I give them my last. Lord, I ain't got nothing, and I'm giving them everything because you told me to always take care of people. See, that's what I thought I heard. word, but that's not what he told me. His job is to take care of them. My job is to be a vessel and stand there and give the word like I'm supposed to be giving the word. But somehow I interpreted, God, you told me to take care of all your people. You told me that this person was sick, that I needed to go pray for him. He never told me to go pray for that person. That's the thing. He had to teach me what my gifts was and when to operate in my gift. Everybody don't deserve your gift. I don't care if you sit around. Have you noticed that one day you prayed for somebody and all of a sudden they got healed, and the next time you prayed for somebody and they didn't get healed? And that's because that wasn't your purpose in that moment. He gave you your mission to pray for who you needed to pray for. And then the other person that you decided to pray for, you just being a good Samaritan, just doing the right thing because you know how to pray, and nothing changed because it wasn't for you to pray over that person. Thank God you did. Okay, great. But did he tell you that's what you needed to do? And now you beating yourself up and you don't know if you want to believe in God because the prayer didn't work? But did you ever go to him and say, God, who is this? Just like when you wake up in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you got to pee. You go pee. You go get back in your bed and go sleep. So many of us do that because we want that warmth back. We want all that, but that wasn't for you. And it take a little bit longer. You got to shift a little bit here and shift a little bit here because that wake-up call had nothing to do really with your urine. You needed to empty your bladder, but it's something much bigger than that. Can you imagine something being much bigger than something and when you got to pee? What could be bigger than this? What? For you to intercede for somebody, for you to stand in the gap for somebody. Because have you ever been in a place, I know I've been in a place that I can't let words come out of my mouth. I try really hard to allow the words to come out of my mouth, the prayer to come out of my mouth. I'm trying to get it out like, God, you see what I'm going through. Why is you making me go through all this? Why is there nobody here for me? And I'm tired of the whole cliche of, God's there in spirit. When you ain't got nobody, God's there. Yeah, I understand that, but I need somebody here right now. Why every time I go through something, I'm here by myself, praying over myself, doing everything nobody's calling to check on me. Nobody's saying, hey, I was thinking about you. Nobody that came busting through the door just all of a sudden like I would. I come busting through your door. Now God put you on my heart and I come in and I'm kicking in the door like, hey, and you like, well, what made you come here? Well, you came right on time. I'm always the right on time person, but why it ain't the right on time person for me? Well, let's talk about Jesus. Who was the right on time person for him? He asked Peter and them to pray for him. He was going through it. They was like, no, bro, we tired. We a little tired. We tired. And it was time to fish like God. It's too many, Jesus, too many people out here. 2 loaves of bread and a fish ain't going to do it for these people. It is more than a 1, 2, 3. Matter of fact, they got to 15 and was like, you know what? It's 15, it's 2,800 people out here. It's 5,000 people out here. It's 400, 500,000 people out here. They don't even count it to 15, but that's neither here nor there. We talk about that later, right? I'm joking anyway. But listen, what I'm trying to say is they doubted him. When he needed them to have faith, they did not have the faith. When he needed them to help him do something, they did not have the common sense to do it because they was thinking with their flesh instead of with their spirit. See, they wasn't thinking spiritually. They was thinking fleshly of what I see. God, there's too many people out here to give 1 loaf of bread and a fish. You want me to walk on water? You crazy. I can't walk on water. You crazy. I'm walking on water. Wait a minute. Hey, the other disciples, I'm walking. Simon, I'm on the water, man. And then he starts sinking. So it's like, who did he have? Who did he have? He only had the Father because nobody understood him like the Father. No, he couldn't even go to his own mother, even though she's a believer because she already know how he got here. Like, bro, I ain't never even did the thing yet. And you here. So I know this to be true. However, who did he have? And those are the things that I had to tell myself, like, okay, God. Okay. It hurts sometimes because, yes, I would love to have someone. I would love to have someone in the flesh to help me go through things, to help me make decisions with things. I would love to have that. And it has nothing to do with me as a person of why I don't have that. And it has nothing to do with me as a person of why I don't have that. But it's for everything. Obviously, you know something about me that I don't know. So what if the problem is he bring me somebody in my life, and this season that he's trying to teach me and show me how to stand in my purpose, that this person, I will allow this person to be a distraction. See, I'm not fully ready, 100% capable of operating in my full potential of power and gifts and purpose yet. So therefore, he's teaching me, because what he's about to bring me next, when God bring you someone, he's not going to shake the table and have me questioning myself. See, he's already going to be developed too. Let's talk about Adam and Eve. Let's go back. 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 So he put Adam to sleep. We talked about this once before. He put him to sleep. Yeah. So exactly. But this is the thing. When he put Adam to sleep, he said, you know what, Adam, because Adam's sitting around there. He done named everything. He done got to the stuff that fly in the air and was like, you know what, I'm just calling it a bird. It's a bird. This bird. I'm sick of looking at the bird. This is just me talking, y'all. This is just me talking. So got the bird. I'm throwing rocks in the water. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. But he don't even know what the word lonely is. So he didn't even know what the word lonely is, right? So the word lonely didn't even exist. He don't know what it is. He didn't even know if he was lonely. He just knew it was something different. He knew it was something totally different from what he got a feeling, but he don't know how to identify the word of what he's feeling, right? So God said, okay, he's lonely. Let me give him somebody. Because he's a God of knowing all. So he put him to sleep. And he made Eve. We talked about this, guys. He made Eve. And Eve said, no, Eve ain't said nothing. I'm jumping ahead of myself. Come on. So he made Eve, but everybody think like it just went just like this. Okay, princess. So Eve is made, and everybody think that it went straight into the whole, okay, wow, flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone, and went straight into the whole thing, right? No, we don't know that. We don't know what happened. But let's look at it like this. What if it took about 40 years, right? What if she had to be born as a baby? What if she had to go through the natural process that it goes through, right? We don't know. Goes through the natural process that we go through when we having a baby. Okay. Now she has to grow and he has to teach her. So how do we know? Or he could have just made her a grown woman, right? But he has to teach her. He has to teach her everything that Adam has named. You have to know the name of those things. You have to know the name of these things. You have to know, how and why and all these different things. You got to know, how to be a wife. God had to teach her all those things, right? She had to teach her who she was as a woman, who she was, and what is her purpose. He raised her and taught her these things. See, these are the things that we have to think about in that time. What happened? Because all it says is basically he woke up and said, flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone, there's my wife. No. So in all those years, what if he had to teach her all these things and then boom, reintroduce her? Well, I say reintroduce because she is of his real. But anyway, introduce her, said, Adam, wake up. Adam wake up because as a typical man, they always wake up. They don't know what's going on. They don't know if they coming or going. They don't know nothing. All they know is they smell some bacon and they up. And okay, he made her and no human is not perfect, so we neglect prayer unlike Adam. Okay, let me see something. Yeah. So, okay, Princess. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Okay, so now we get in there. Now they're together, right? He wakes up and somehow, I guess, he look around and he sees her. Can you imagine what that was like when he seen her? Can you imagine? Let's imagine it together. Now, Adam know that it was just him. And it was the birds. It was the ocean. There's land. Eden. The forbidden fruit. He know all these things. But who are you? Standing here looking like me, except for you got something in the front. You don't have a tail in the front. Your hair. And in the back, you look plump back there. Well, who are you, God? Who is this? He recognized you are my flesh. You are my bone. I'm going to call you wife. Because remember, he got to name everything. I'm going to call you wife. But God. So how do we know? Antoine, listen. So how do we not know that in that moment that he finally woke up, realized he named her, and God had to come in? See, it's a lot of stuff we don't know. And God had a whole conversation of teaching them both what their roles are together. What is it that you're supposed to be doing? What is it that I'm supposed to be doing? And that's what breaks down now. Let's talk about the man and the wife. Ugh. Let's talk about that. So when we talk about the man and the wife and how he created them, but Adam ain't check her based on what God told him. Well, it's a whole, it's so many just different scenarios on, how all that unfolded and everything else. But I don't know. I just like to have the scenario of, so you guys can understand, everything in life is so much deeper than what we see surface level. Because if we just read the Bible, it was like, boom, she showed up. She just showed up. And then they showed out. And then they had Cain and Abel. And then they showed out. And then right now we in hard labor. Because everybody started acting the fool. So, but that's what you read, right? But no, it's so much more than that. It's so much deeper than that. So, just remembering, getting back on topic, everybody started acting up. Everybody started acting up. Everybody. And now we sitting here trying to figure it all back, trying to get back together, which caused the Great Awakening. And that is for us to understand what our purpose is and stop following behind other people. Right? So even with our marriages, our husbands and our wives and the different, relationships that we get in, and understanding that just because, exactly, no accountability, just because, you and I are talking does not mean that I treat you like my husband. That's something I had to learn. Because I treated everybody fair. Hey, Princess, I've let you talk a lot on here, and that's fine. And and if that's what you read the Quran, that's fine. I let you have your moment. Usually I give people their coloring book and their crayon and let them go because everybody has their own opinion. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow you, and then I'm going to get on your live when you have one, and then I can listen to you. But I'm going to go ahead and mute you because I don't want you to confuse anyone on here from anything. All right. Not blocking you. I'm just... It's okay. It's okay. I'm not blocking her. She's not saying anything that's and that brings me back to the point of what I was saying. Everybody's entitled to how they feel and what it is they think. That is their purpose. If her purpose is to teach the Quran, then fine, let that be her purpose. However, just stay in alignment with what it is she's supposed to be doing. And that's okay, but we don't knock her for being who she is. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody has their own thing. So, you guys, I guess we got to follow. I don't think she has enough followers, but if we follow her, then we can get on her live. But yeah, so back to you have a husband, right? I mean, a boyfriend. The same way boyfriend, girlfriend, right? So you guys get a girlfriend and she expects you to give her wife treatment, or that man expects you to be submissive to him. So how can you be submissive to someone that does not even follow God himself? That does not make sense at all. And why would you, husband, why would you want that to be your wife and she has no care in the world of any kind of discipline spiritually or anything? We're supposed to work hand in hand. Even in the healing process, as I talk about, this is the women, we go inward and heal. When we go through things in life, we go inward. We heal inwardly. We fix the things that's broken within. We go deep in our childhood and we find